Hi guys, welcome back to my video. I'd like to do today a video about not bringing yourself down to some levels just because you're trying to keep scores with some people. It's very important that you kind of weigh some things in life. Sometimes we are caught up in some situations, and when we kind of sit back and reflect, we really ask ourselves, what were we doing? And these could be things like arguments. You're arguing with someone and then you come and realize, listen, what am I doing? Somebody else comes and looks at both of you and you both just look the same. While this is a person who maybe you're even older than them. It could be a teenager. And because they're trying to do something wrong, you get yourself into a situation where you start arguing with them. So before you put yourself into a place where you're arguing with someone, think and ask yourself, is this person worth arguing with? No matter how much they're trying to justify their point and make you look bad or maybe don't agree with you, don't enter into argument. Sometimes, in fact, wisdom tells us it's very important just to keep silent. Silent is so difficult for some people. Even for me, I'm not the kind of person who would really like to keep quiet. I'm the kind of person who likes talking. So sometimes just keeping quiet is not easy for me. I like to make my point and argue so that I can justify my point. But I've realized that it makes you sometimes, sorry to say, but look stupid. If you're arguing with someone who is younger than you, you're older than them by so many years, you just look the same. You know? We are told that if a madman in the market and you decide maybe to argue or to fight over something, if somebody comes, they won't be able to tell who is the madman and who, unless they look at the way you're dressed. Because you just look the same. So being silent can really help. Silent is also a form of communication. Sometimes you don't want to argue with people because they make you really look stupid. It could be somebody that you don't even agree with their character. Then you find yourself trying to justify things with them. I can assure you there are some people whom they've already made up their mind on their decision. So no matter how much you argue, they will not listen to you. And again, we are told it's important to listen than to talk. Be quick to listen and slow to talk. So listening will help you avoid those arguments. Listening will make you get their point, and then also give you chance to talk, like people who are mature, not like small kids. You know, I can tell you something. Assuming you have a house girl and this house girl is really getting on your nerves and they're trying to do something intentionally to hurt you, and you can really tell this person, this thing they've done it to hurt me. Do you know, if you answer back or if you react back, they will feel like they've won. They will have gotten you to their level. So sometimes, no matter how negative, no matter how right you are, just keep quiet and don't argue. And let that person have their way. Tell yourself, this person is not here forever. Let them have their way. If I get a chance, I will not even have them in my life. You know? Unless it's your child and they are kind of the kids who are not raised in a disciplined manner who would argue. But if it's somebody like a house girl, you're in a place maybe and you're being treated negatively and someone even talks sarcastically and you react, just try and be the bigger person. Keep quiet, let them have their way. Because I can assure you, silence will really help you. Sometimes when we answer back, we later come to regret the things we've done. Because you look back and you wonder, why did I answer back? Why did I argue? That person really felt like we are on the same level. And when I say level, it's not like I look down on other people. But surely, this is your house, this is a house girl. They do something or they talk something to the kid, but it's not the kid they're talking to. They're trying to pass a message to you. And then you go and tell them, you don't think I know what you're doing? No. Be mature. You're not the same age. You're not the same level in terms of that. Their way of thinking is much lower than yours. You're wiser than them. Just ignore. This I think I learned from experience. There were times I was really trying to justify some things. And then I came to realize these people have already made up their mind. No matter how much I try to justify myself, this is being done intentionally. And I thank God I really realized that thing early. Because it was giving me stress. Sometimes something that wasn't my fault, trying to justify, but no matter how much I tried, it was just made to look like I was the fault. It was my fault. So one time I came and sat down, I really reflected. And I thank God that I got this realization that, you know what? This is not normal. This is being done to get to me. So this person have already made up their mind, or these people had already made up their mind. No matter what I do, they will stick to their point. They will ensure that I look bad. They had made up their mind. So I decided I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to try and justify myself. I'll just keep quiet. Because I think it made them happy to look at the way I was trying and it was getting to me. So I decided, you know what, it's affecting my health. I'm getting depressed. I'm getting stressed. Let me just be calm and let it be. And I handed it over to God. And one of the best lessons I ever learned, or verses that I ever learned in the Bible, is that be still and know that I am God. Be still. Being still means just being calm. Another verse, vengeance is not mine. I will vindicate on your behalf. So sometimes when things are going wrong and you're trying to justify so that you can be right, God will find a way of making you look right on the side that if you're really right. And if you're wrong, God will also find a way of correcting you. Don't do things by your own strength. Leave it to God. It really helps. One thing I'd like to say, I find a lot of peace, or maybe when I'm in a situation where I need to get myself out of things, I learned that, you don't have to close your eyes to pray. You can just chant Jesus quietly, and you're looking at people and they don't know what you're doing. You can talk to God quietly. You don't have to shout, the way that certain people like the Pharisees were doing. They liked shouting so that people can see them. Majority of those people are even fake. But people who do things quietly, God even hears them. The things done in secret, God will answer in public. So sometimes, when you're in a very tough situation, find your balance. Find a way of getting out of it. For me, I found a way. If I was in a meeting and I felt like everything was being just done to make me look bad, I would just keep quiet. But quietly inside, I would just say, Jesus, Jesus. And I would really be calm, and it would help me. I would not get stressed and the rest. And I would know I've handed it over to God. So if I am wrong, God will help me and show me my where I'm wrong. But if I'm right, God will handle and vindicate for me. And trust me, sometimes it takes time, but it helps. It helps quite a lot. In life, if you've just learned how to control your emotions, such things, you'll really find peace. So sometimes arguing with people, there are people who can really get to your nerves. They'll bring you down to their level. They'll make you become someone that you are not. Because you're trying to justify, you're trying to reach to them, and they're getting to you, and you're like, you're even looking gloomy. Try and keep your peace. Be happy. You can't, fine, you'll get affected, but snap out of it. Try and remember and snap out of it very fast. Especially if you've had a bad experience, ask yourself, do I really want that experience? And sometimes even, I think in life, there are some experiences we go through in life that are not in vain. They help us. Now next time if you come across some situations, you know how to get out of them. Because you knew the experience you had before, how it assisted. Like now, for me, keeping quiet and just saying Jesus, and then handing it over to God, really helped. And I really used to listen to some music. The music I used to listen to was from Travis Green. This thing called It's Intentional. This music really ministered to me sometimes back in my life. And I used to see things happening intentionally, and I would say this has been done intentionally. And then I would listen to that song and know it's intentional, so it's okay. It's intentional that this thing has happened. And he also has a song that says, be still. Those songs really used to minister to me. So find your way. For me, praise and worship, music, listening to motivational speakers from YouTube and everything, they really helped me. They've really kept me sane. They've really gotten me this. Somebody pisses me off, I look for something positive and I reverse whatever they've done. And I just let them be. And you find that when you do that, this person will even feel low. They'll wonder, how come I'm not reaching to this person? I'm trying to annoy them and they're not getting annoyed. Arguing doesn't help. It makes you look stupid. So, give it time, observe, and just let it be. You know, don't also do something like talk in the background. No, just keep quiet. You know, quietness. Someone, when you keep quiet, sometimes they wonder, how come this person is not reacting? It even gets to them. Don't react negatively. Just be happy. And we are told, good if you the Bible tells us anything negative, when you do something positive, it annoys the devil. It defeats. So when someone does something negative to you, even do something good. You know, just lower yourself, because in front of God, He will lift you up. Sometimes someone might do something and you just wonder, this thing has really made me look so low. This person has really disrespected me. But don't argue. There's nothing as powerful as handing over somebody to God. Because the time God will deal with them. They will long for you. They will look back and wish they never did it to you. So I've learned the power of prayer, the power of worship, and just keeping calm and developing a thick skin. There are things I learned and they've really seen me through. And they're still seeing me through up to today. Because people are still coming back into my life. I'm dealing with people. But I now know how to handle. So thank you for listening. I hope this has been so helpful. Kindly share, subscribe, comment. I'll appreciate. See you on my next video. Bye.